All right, I got this one song to play for you, one last song, and I'm going to make this an old traditional, old standard song that was written by real trail driving cowboys back in the day, probably in the 1880s. It's called The Colorado Trail. It'll feature Johnny and Ernie over here. It's a C, but we're going to transmogrify to D at one time.
Oh, my goodness.
Or modulate, whatever they call it.
You guys know how to do that? Okay.
We're going to do the
With the
jazz club version of it, okay. With the modulation.
Yeah, we're going to drop the disco ball while we play that. This song was discovered in Duluth, Minnesota in 1929 by a doctor who was walking through this hospital in Duluth, and he heard this old raspy voice singing this cowboy song, and he was a musically inclined physician, so he followed his ears and he found this old timer who was laid up in the hospital in traction, had broken his leg, and he was singing to the other patients all these cowboy songs. And the one song that the patients wanted to hear the most was this one called The Colorado Trail, and he sang it. And the doctor asked him after a while, "Where'd that song come from, that Colorado Trail?" And the old cowhand said, "Hey, well, you know, I grew up here in Duluth, but by God, I got a wild hair as a kid, and I went out to Colorado. And I started cowboying." That's my cowboy voice, by the way. I started cowboying out there, and he said, "We just made this song up ourselves. Every day something happened, we'd put it in the song. Damn song's got 150 verses. I can't remember but 4, but I just do them over and over. Everybody thinks I know 8. And so the doctor wrote down oh, by the way, this cowboy had moved back because he's getting on up in years, but he was still cowboying. He still had some cattle in pasture, and he had gotten this new horse that had bucked him off, and that's the reason he had his leg broken, the reason we have this song preserved. Otherwise, if this doctor hadn't written it down, the song would have probably just drifted away on the prairie winds. As it is, you can get a copy on my new CD. Shameless self-promotion. It's an old standard, though. It's called The Colorado Trail. Ride through the lonely night, ride through the day, keep the herd moving, moving on its way. Weep all ye little rains, wail winds wail, all along, along, along the Colorado Trail. Eyes like the morning star, cheeks like a rose. Laurel was a pretty girl, God Almighty knows. Weep all ye little rains, wail winds wail, all along, along, along the Colorado Trail. All along, Ernie. Dark is the sky. Wish I'd stayed in Abilene warm and safe and dry. Weep all ye little rains, wail winds wail, all along, along, along the Colorado Trail. All along, along, along the Colorado Trail. That's Johnny. Ernie.
Nice.
Beautiful job, guys.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you all.